Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special random LT Outdoors Live. I just wanted to hop on here real quick this evening because I've got some new lures that came in today in the mail. I told you guys that I wanted to show off some new lures as the season progresses, and I figured I'd just show them off now because I'd rather show them off. That way I can get them taken out of the package, put in my ice bucket, and ready to be rock and rolling with these new lures. So I got a bunch of new lures in the mail today that I would like to show you guys. Hey, Alex, I'm going to share this real quick on Facebook so people know that I'm live. I'm just going to talk about some cool lures. Let's see. There we go. Hey there, William. How you doing, buddy? Hey there, Dave. What's going on? What's up, Jake? Glad to have you guys on. I wasn't sure, I just wanted to basically hop on to show off some ice fishing stuff. So I wasn't really too worried about too many people hopping on, but I'm glad that you guys are on. Thanks, William. If you haven't already, guys, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate it. But like I said last night, I ordered a bunch of new tackle from both Clam and from Northland, two of my favorite companies. And I did say ice. Your ears must have been ringing. So I did get some new ice tackle that I want to show off. I got a bunch of stuff here, as well as I want to talk about my lures, obviously, when I'm all done showing off this new stuff. Now, first thing I want to show that I'm pretty pumped about is this new, and I'm going to open this stuff up just for you guys. I've been waiting today. This is the Dave Gens, which for those of you that haven't heard of Dave Gens, he's like the godfather of fishing evolution pretty much. But this is his swirl drop kick jig. These are glow in the dark and UV. I thought they were neat. They got that little ball down on the end, and they've just got a really neat shape. Anything and everything that Dave Gens gets, I like. So I ordered some of these. I definitely chat for a bit about the walleye for sure. I've got some walleye tackle here I want to show, but these clam drop kicks, I ordered 3 different colors. I only ordered the 3 because I wanted to see what they look like. And I've got to say, I am pretty happy about the colors. You guys know, anybody that watches my show knows that I like bright colors, and these are right dead on. So these are going to be really good. I got them in 5 mil because they are my favorite. That's my favorite size. Hey there, Bob. That's my favorite size for, panfish and stuff. And I think that's going to be a really good one. So this year we'll be trying out that Dave Gens drop kick lure here, the swirl drop kick. So that should be fun. Now, you ask about soft plastics. It's not something I usually do for walleye. Another Dave Gens lure that I ordered. I wanted to get this because you guys know how much I like to target steelhead and salmon and stuff through the ice. And I thought this was incredible. I've never, ever heard of this. This is the Caviar Drop. And again, this is also glow and UV. But look at that. It looks like a spawn sack. Again, this is just a 5 mil. Even when I'm fishing for steelhead through the ice, I like to use small stuff. It's easier for them to suck into their mouth. A lot of times they come in so fast, they just kind of brush the lure. If you've got a light enough lure, the suction that they come in with their mouth is enough for them to suck it in. So I like using a really light jig for my steelhead. Yeah, they are weighted. Yep, they are weighted. This one here is the 3/64th ounce is what this one is. 3/64th ounce. So it's pretty light, but I'll tell you, it's going to be great. It is so cool. And they have them in different colors, although obviously, I wanted something realistic. I am going to be ordering more of these. I wanted to see how good it looked in person. And I've got to say that is the closest thing I've seen to a spawn sack. So right there, that's going to be killing it this year, guys, for trout. So I'm really excited about doing that. How would I ice fish a new walleye lake? One that's 10,000 acres, very shallow, average 6 to 15. Okay, that's actually not too hard to figure out when they're that shallow. I like to go, you got to figure in the daytime, those fish are probably going to be out in the deeper water. the 15 feet and stuff. So what I would personally do if I was to ice fish them, I would focus my attention on the weed edges, because in the evening, those fish are going to work their way into the weed edges of the shallower water. So find yourself some nice weed pockets right along where it starts to get shallower. That's where those walleyes will be coming up at night to feed. So yeah, those would be excellent. You're right though, Dave. Yeah, you could easily float these under a bobber. You hear about everybody right now doing the bead technique, and I am sure this thing right here would just kill it. This is it's gorgeous, and my camera probably ain't doing justice for it. It looks really good. It looks really good. You're welcome, Jake. I fish a lake a lot like that, and that's where I find the walleyes. So yeah, this is going to be a cool one though. And again, it's a Dave Gens special. It's called the Caviar Drop, and it's by Clam. All this stuff here that I'm showing is Clam tackle. Yep, weed edge and drop offs. Yep, because that's where, rock points. If you can find rock points, especially. But if all you got's weed beds and stuff, that's where they're gonna. I wouldn't focus on them in the daytime. I would focus on them more morning and evening, and that's when they're gonna be easier to find. They're gonna focus more on those weed edges and drop offs and be easier to find. In the daytime, walleyes in lakes like that, they could be anywhere. They could be traveling. They're a little more dormant in the daytime in shallow lakes. Hey there, Robert. How you doing, buddy? I'm just on here showing off some new tackle that I got today. These are some new plastics. Now, I've heard of these ones before. These are the Maki plastics, but I found them in minnow head, which I thought was neat, because if you guys watch my videos, you know how much I like to just pinch the minnow head off just enough to have some guts hanging out. And that's exactly what these are supposed to look like. So I thought that was cool. I did find one time that there was another company that was making these, and I was pretty impressed with them. They worked great. But Gulp had a minnow head for a while, and they're hard to find now. But Maki has their own minnow heads now, and I've got them in pink and white. I'm pretty excited to try these out this year. These will be great to tip, especially on my jigging Rapala type lures. I'm going to put one of these on the bottom hook of these lures and just pound them. I think they're going to be great. So I'm really looking forward to these minnow head. These are, again, Clam company, Maki. Just another good one to try. Again, you just got done seeing me show this off. This is one of my new, it's like a jigging Rapala. This is the Tika minnow. I've heard of this one. It's been around for a couple years, but I have never owned one. So I decided to buy one, and I'm going to order more. I can tell already when I always like to buy one first so that I can at least get a good look at it, make sure that it's made right. I don't even have to take this out of the package to tell that this is made just right. I really like the design. I really like the shape. You can always tell by the shapes of these things how good they're going to dance. And the color. This is a really cool pattern. This is just a hot pink with white spots. And that's going to be awesome. Now, again, like I said, I would either tip the bottom hook of this. I would just put one minnow head, like actual minnow head, on one of these hooks, or I will try one of these. Minnow heads work great on here, but I am going to try the plastics again this year because I do like trying stuff like that. But again, the Tika minnow, they have a lot of really cool colors. I'll be ordering more of them. Again, I just wanted to get a good feel of what they were like. And it's just a cool lure. So, yep, the Tika minnow is going to be one that I'm going to be using this year. And again, I ordered that one from Clam as well. 4-inch sucker minnows. Some of the lakes, even Alcona Pond, they get the big walleyes on the sucker minnows. Yeah, the Tika minnow, because it's a little fatter, I think it's going to have a better, I'm a huge fan of the jigging Rapala, and I think it's going to have a better action. It was definitely a little more than what I'm used to paying for these, but I think it is going to have better action. I love the color. It's going to be a perch killer for sure. So I've got that to look forward to, but you guys will get to see these in action. I do have I can show off a Hyperglide. I got one right here. I haven't tried them yet, actually, because the year that I bought one was when I started for Lake Effect. So I never got a chance to actually take this Hyperglide out and give it a shot. The Hyperglide is definitely a neat style of lure. There's really nothing quite like it. Yeah, that weight's perfect. That's my favorite kind. But this is the Hyperglide. This is a neat one, guys. It has wings that open up. You can see them kind of open right there. So when you're jigging this thing, the wings will open and it'll glide down more, slower. It'll kind of flutter its way down rather than straight fall. So I did buy this Hyperglide and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. This is another Acme product. They're really cool, Dave. Really cool. Yep. It's just a neat idea. I love seeing these neat concepts. Companies keep coming out with really great ideas, and I think it's neat. I really think it's neat. But this is going to be a fun one to try. What's up, Jared? I got your stuff's ready. I just got to find a box big enough for that. That's it. But I'm ready to send out. But yeah, the Hyperglide is a neat lure. I try to buy at least one of everything because I like to have, it's neat to be able to try this stuff. So I do have my main box that I usually carry is just loaded with different stuff. And again, the Hyperglide is also by Acme. So same thing as the Tikka Minnow there, or by Clam, and Acme comes, yeah. So, hey there, Joe. I wanted to go live tonight, guys, just to talk about some of these new lures that I got. I put in an order the other day and wanted to try a bunch. Now, this I thought was kind of a neat one. These are my Northland order that I just bought, but this is a cool jig. It's an eyeball jig or eyeball spoon. This is the 1/16 ounce. What's cool is they got beautiful colors on the back side of them. I made sure I got a couple different colors, but I thought that was going to be a killer. I love the blood red hook. And again, they got a realistic, you could also get some goofy looking eyes, but I wanted the realistic ones because if any of you have ever actually tried this, you can take the eyes out of, don't do it if you're going to throw the fish back. That ain't right. But if you've got a perch laying on the ice, take the eye out of it, put it on your hook for bait, and it works really good. So I like that they put that idea into this lure. So it's really cool. So yeah, we've got these new eyeball spoons that I'm going to be trying this year. There's that one there, and then I ordered this other one. Thanks, Robert. Yeah, these eye jigs are going to be cool. These are going to be really cool. This other one here that I ordered is more of just a green and glow in the dark, but again, the eye looks really nice, just realistic. These are going to be good. And same thing on these guys. On this little hook here, I would probably put a perch minnow head right there on that hook, or a wax worm. These are going to be great for perch. They're going to be great for bluegills. You're going to be able to catch everything on them. You're really going to be shocked at what you can catch on this stuff. Even the Tikka minnow, I could use that to get perch and panfish and stuff. Where do I prefer my tackle online? I like to go straight to the source. Like, for instance, there are great stores out there that you can get discounts, like discounttackle.com is a good one. I like to just go to the stores, though, so I make sure I'm not getting, thrown in anything that ain't legit. So the stores also, they've got some pretty good deals. They're not going to sell you stuff that's too much. You're going to pay a decent regular price for them. So yeah, that green one's going to be good. Absolutely. Hey there, Sunfish. Yep. The crappie love the perch minnow head. Just about everything does, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. Now, I only ordered one of these. I have some, but I didn't have any this small. I thought this was great. I like using really small tackle because the small tackle, I don't care how big the fish is, it all works. You can catch some really awesome fish. Hey there, sis. This is the 1/8 ounce puppet minnow. This is just a little bitty puppet minnow. Again, it's a lot like the Tikka minnow or a jigging wrap. I really like that color pattern, but it's just a little bitty one. You can tell by my finger, it's just a tiny one. I like using stuff like this. Sometimes, Dave, I'll tip them with I'll tip them with a wax worm. It all depends. But yeah, I usually tip them with a minnow head. Fish Daddy. All right, thanks, Benny. I'll check that out. I'm always up for checking out new stuff. Definitely. Yeah, the crappies will love it. Yep, crappies, perch. There was a whole year that I used nothing but these, and I'm telling you guys, the big bluegills smash them. If you've never put a perch minnow down, if you're in a bluegill type area, put a perch minnow down. You will be amazed how many of them big gills come in for that perch minnow. It is crazy. So something like this with a waxworm on that hook, you'll catch big old bluegills and stuff all day long. Yeah, I mean I go to the like Wellman's and stuff. If you're in town, definitely go to Wellman's. But yep, I just like to go to the sources. So you would eat it. I would too. Yeah, it's a dangerous looking thing right there. Now the next thing I'll show you, I've got a whole bunch of these that are the same thing. These are the forage minnow jigging spoons. Okay, there's two different type of forage minnows. Don't ask me why they did it that way. They also have a forage minnow jig. They should have named them different things, in my opinion, so that it's not confusing, because I've accidentally ordered forage minnows before and had them just be a little jig. But the forage minnow jigging spoon, in my opinion, is the best jigging spoon on the market. A lot of people like the buckshot, which the forage minnow spoon is nothing more than the buckshot jig without the rattles. But I like them better because the buckshot seems how it has to have the rattles. It's thicker. It is a bigger bodied lure. And I like these smaller, more narrow profiles. I think they work much better. Hey there, Brian. Jawjacker. Yep, they got good stuff. Jawjacker's got good stuff. Hey there, Todd. Yeah, this here is what you call the forage minnow jigging spoon. If you go through some of my videos before last year, before I was with Lake Effect, you'll see that I use these a lot. Forage minnow spoons. This will be the first year I use this Wonder Bread pattern. This is the first season I've seen that they had them. I also have one that's even smaller. It's a little bit smaller than this one. So I'm excited to try these out. This one's the 1/32 ounce. And I think this one's the 8th. But yeah, these are going to be really good. These are going to be great. And again, went right in my fishing bucket. On the forage minnow jigging spoons, it's the same thing. I put a wax worm on the hook if I'm fishing for panfish and a mix of other things. If I'm fishing for straight perch and walleye, I'll put a minnow head. That is it. But you'd be surprised. Steelhead and everything will bite that too. All right, have a good night, Dave. Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, the small spoons are much better. Yep. Cook Dam Pond. You know what? To be honest, I've never done much good in Cook Dam Pond, except for if you watch my video last year with Michigan Outdoors, that was a part of Cook Pond called Loonship Bay. It's towards the very end of the pond. Other than that, I don't think it's that great. It's hard to find the fish out there. There are some locals that go out there and they catch walleye. They do get big walleye like Sawmill Point and stuff, but it's not an easy pond to fish. It's hard to find the fish on that pond. Yeah, the forage minnows are the best, Benny, hands down. They do. And everything, you're right, everything eats them. I've caught so many panfish. I will fish these strictly for panfish. And I've done it. I got Uncle Dale addicted to them too. This is my favorite color. It's the hot orange. It's a really good color, but you put a waxworm on that thing and you'll be amazed. Every panfish will just smash this. Perch, walleye, you name it. You will catch everything. Almost, Brad. Really close, buddy. Really, really close. I'm going to go out and check on Wednesday. We should have some, though, definitely by this weekend. Hey, Andre. Hey, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. I know I'm excited, too. It's not going to be long. Not going to be long. We'll be on the ice for sure. Not going to be long. But these are the forage minnow jigging spoons, guys. Hey there, Conquest. Hey, Dewey, how you doing, dude? Oh yeah, we're gonna have next week for sure. As cold as it's getting, I did see we had some stupid temps though coming up. I think next week we had a couple 40s. That's not gonna be good. Um, this is another color I bought. I can't remember what I wanted to say they called this one Sneeze. It's just a really neat looking color. That was another forge minnow that I bought. That's a new one that I have never tried, but I think that's going to be a good color for just about everything. Yeah, they do. They stay on better, but I don't know. The bright white of the wax worms, I just have much more luck, drawing in the fish with them and everything else. I mean, I've caught fish on spikes, don't get me wrong, but oh yeah, next week's going to be good for sure. So, yep, definitely, Johnny. I always use my camera, man. I never go without that thing. The only times I do is when I'm fishing fish that I know are on suspended areas, and in that case, all I use is Vex. There's no point in using the camera if the fish are all suspended. Absolutely. Yep, absolutely. For some of you guys that are just getting on here, I was showing these earlier. These are the new Maki Plastics minnow heads. I think these are going to be cool. They're supposed to look like a pinched off minnow head. They look more like a little like squid, but I think they're going to be great. They're going to be really good. Thanks, Bill. Yeah, it was just kind of random. I got all this stuff in the mail today, so I thought I'd use it, show it off. So thank you, True Course. I appreciate it. Honestly, Fletcher's is my favorite, man. You go up there, you're not only going to get a bunch of crappie, but you're going to get everything else too. Yeah, Fletcher's Pond is really hard to beat for everything. It is excellent. The last thing I wanted to talk about tonight, guys, that, I don't want to be a broken record. I've talked about them before, but I just want to make sure you guys see the different colors I have, because I got people every day asking, what all colors I have. Now, these are the lures that I make and sell. If you guys want to order any of this stuff, get a hold of me, okay? And I'll run the deal still for $2 each too on them. So ice fishing content's great for sure, Bill. The funny thing, I get just as many views with my trapping, so I like that. It's cool that I get both. These are the 3 different colors that can be ordered. These are the 3 different colors that can be ordered through my Gator Grabbers. My email is actually on the description for this live chat, Robert. It's right on the description for the live chat. But yeah, this is the colors you get for the Gator Grabbers this year. These are my pike harnesses for tip-ups. Okay, you got chartreuse, orange, and chrome. These are all 3 of my favorite colors for ice fishing. Now, these things are great. And again, I'm going to run them for $2 each. So if you guys order any, they're $2. It's $4 shipping, no matter the order. You could order 50 of these things, and I'm only going to charge you $4. No matter what, it costs me like 5 something shipping, so I'm always paying part of it anyway. But I just like to help you guys out. I'm really looking forward to seeing what everybody catches this year on these, because I'm telling you right now, for any of you that fish your tip-ups with a regular hook or even like jigging spoons, I've seen people fish Swedish pimples on there before. You're going to do so much better with a harness. You would be just blown away if you've seen how good these work. I use a large circle hook on there, so you can use a little sucker minnow. They're not made for giant suckers. These are good for just regular sucker minnows, goldies, stuff like that. Yeah, just email me, Bill. Yep, just email me. That sounds good, Andre. Yeah, they can be picked up locally. Right now, the only places that have these for sale is Wellman's in Oscoda, and they have them actually Lincoln Outdoors has some, and so does the Do It Best Hardware in Lincoln. They have them, and then if you're up by Fletcher's at all, the Mom and Pop's One Stop Shop has them, and so does A1 Woods and Water in Hillman. So yeah, those are all the places that you can go to get these. So, oh, thanks, Andrew. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you so much. I hope you have a Merry Christmas too. Tell the family I said hey. Hey there, Reef Robber. How you doing? Now, those are the gator grabbers. Those are the pike tip-up harnesses. Next up, guys, these are my perch tip-up harnesses, which they're not just great for perch. These things are killer for perch, steelhead, any kind of trout. I caught crappies on them before. Walleyes love these things. So, hey, Scott. Yeah, dude, they're the best. Yep. And the bottle cap jigs, honestly, they work just as good as the others. You're going to like those. So, yeah, on these two guys, again, they're a circle hook. That's all I use anymore. With the perch harnesses, you got 4 colors. You got chrome, you got chartreuse, you got white, and you got orange. Those are the colors that you have for these perch harnesses. They're called the Jumbo Slammer. Same thing, they're $2 each, $4 shipping, flat shipping charge. But again, these are for perch, steelhead, crappies, walleye. I like to use a walleye minnow, a pretty big perch minnow that I'll use on these. And I'm telling you right now, if you break yourself from using perch minnows and go to that next step higher using walleye minnows on your tip-ups with these, you will up your game at getting those big perch. You want to get jumbo perch, that's how you do it. You put some of these on your tip-ups with a walleye minnow. You're not going to catch a ton of those little baby perch, but I can tell you right now, you're going to catch a bunch of big ones. So again, if you order these, email me, $2 each and $4 flat shipping. Again, they are awesome. That's all. I've been using them I was trying to think of it today. I bet it's been 12 years. My buddy Ryan would know, but it's been a long, long time. Good. I'm glad you're doing great. That's good. With the circle hooks, do you need to set the hook? I still do. They say with circle hooks that you don't have to, just like when I'm perch fishing with them in the boat. But you don't want to jerk hard, obviously, because it'll come out easier, but I still give it when the fish are running with it or something, I'll grab the line and just let them kind of hook themselves. Or if they're stopped running, I'll grab it and I'll just give a light jerk. You definitely don't want to jerk hard. You'll pull those circle hooks right out. Otherwise, though, those circle hooks get a great hook set every time. My loss when it comes to losing fish ratio, it's way down. You can watch so many of my videos throughout the past few years, and every time I'm using a tip up, I have these on. I've been using them forever, and that's why I decided to start selling them so you guys could actually get out and use them as well. They're great. One thing that sets me apart, you might be going, well, I could just go buy a regular harness and throw it down, right? You could. I mean, why not? But I make these special. I put a steel bead on every single one of these, and what that does is it tethers the minnow so that the minnow has a harder time swimming up and possibly tangling stuff up. This keeps the minnow down. I put that steel bead, I tie it just a couple inches above the hook. So it's real close. It makes it so that minnow can swim, but he can only swim so far. And what that does, a lot of those fish, like the big walleyes and big perch, they don't want to work for those minnows. You can watch my videos and they don't want to work for it. They'll come in, and if that minnow goes crazy, sure, it looks good to us, but those fish will just back away. They're like, I'm too fat, I'm too old, I don't want to get that. They got better things to do. So it's nice to have that little weighted bead as a tether. So that's something I do. I also got glow-in-the-dark beads on 90% of these things. So that's great too. Oh, it's going to be great, Johnny. Going to be great. Oh, that's easy, Bill. That's easy. It's all about the drag. All about the drag. I'm glad you asked that because, every year I hear people say when they're fishing a little light rod, they'll tell me, oh, that rod's going to break. That's not made for these big fish. You watch my videos. I pull in salmon. I pull in big old steelhead. I catch all my big fish on little tiny. No. He's talking about fighting the fish, Todd. I think. Are you talking about hauling the fish in on the rods? Maybe I'm wrong. If you're talking about hauling them in a like a quad or something, I personally like these. I got this from my buddy last year. it's an ice fishing case. This one's made by Striker. There's a lot of cheaper brands out there that I'm sure are just as good. You could also do a tube in vehicles. Okay. Thanks for that, Bill. I like to use these cases. I never thought I'd be one that would like something like this, but I'm telling you, they're great. They hold your rods. This one will hold 4 different rods. It's got spaces in there for tackle. It's basically gotten rid of the need of a bucket. I can take this thing out, and I really don't need my bucket anymore. I can put everything I want in this, take it out with me in the shanty, and I'm ready to rock and roll. This thing here will hold 4 rods. Just look them up. There's really nice ice fishing rod cases out there nowadays. You don't have to take the reels off. They fit right in there. They've got sleeves. They fit right in there with the reels on them. So when you get to where you want to go, everything is ready to rock and roll. It's really great. Thanks, Bill. It definitely is. I was so happy when I got that last year. It was great of them to give it to me. I love that thing. Yeah, see, that's a good idea too, Bob. Yep, if they get finicky. But again, the steel weight is enough to just slow that minnow down. I mean, it is great to have a really wily minnow, but if you can keep that wily minnow on a tether to where he can only go so far, your chances of getting those fish are way higher, way higher. That's why a lot of guys do better on the dead sticks, with just a dead minnow or something sitting there, because a lot of them big fish, they don't want to have to work for it. Well, you don't need a dead stick if you've got a minnow on a tether. If that minnow can only go so far, your chances of getting fish are way higher. What kind of tip-ups do I run? My favorite, I switched over to the Automatic Fisherman years ago, which is a lot like the Jawjacker, but I like them a little better. They're made of plastic. They're heavy-duty plastic, and they work really good. I do like those, but it's been 2 years now that I switched over to these. I like my windless tip-ups. If you guys have yet to see the windless tip-ups, I've done videos with them, and they are incredible. They have a free-falling spool so that once that flag goes up, you could see walleyes. If a walleye is running with your line, and let's say it kind of gets caught on something on your spool on a regular tip-up, that walleye feels that he's going to do whatever he can to drop that hook. A lot of times when you've got a dropped hook, when you're fishing on your tip-up, it's either a bass or a walleye. It's very seldom that a pike will drop a hook. It's usually a bass or walleye. Now, what's great about these windless tip-ups with the free fall spool, that thing doesn't have any give. Those fish are going to pull on that thing and it's just freely going. It's wonderful. They go off super easy. The flag does. There's hardly any tension to that thing. And I love it. And plus, they've got a nice little, I don't have any in the house, or I'd show you. They got a nice little aluminum fin on them that catches just a little wind, enough to jig that tip up. And those work even better with these, because obviously with that little bit of wind, you've got a little flash going with these blades. So it's really cool. I do highly recommend getting those windless tip-ups if you can find them. They are a game changer. Absolutely. My friend Ryan Kaziski got me into those, and they are just unbelievable. Fishing Red Box. Okay. Yeah, I've seen, they've got some of those cool, the ice fishing tip-up boxes and stuff are nice too. But yeah, the windless, they're cheap. They're like 13, 14 bucks. They're, easy to carry. They're really light, and I take them. So, hey there, Ben. If you probably want to watch it over, I don't want to have to go through everything again, but I was showing off all my new tackle that I bought. I got a bunch of new tackle in the mail today that I'm excited to be using this year, like these little eyeball jigs that I think are cool. Some new plastics. I've got these Maki Plastics minnow heads. They're going to be great. I have looked into that, Bill. Yeah. But what's cool, those Jawjackers are made of metal, so it's hard for them to break. But if they do break, you're kind of screwed. It's harder to fix them. But with these Automatic Fishermen, they're heavy plastic. They're not going to break. They're really great. Hey there, Luke. Nope, it's not Sunday, buddy. You missed last night. Last night was really good. Nope, I'm showing off some new tackle. I'm just doing an ice fishing chat here, telling everybody about the different stuff that I received today, talking about my tackle. For any that I get a lot of questions on are my drunken dizzies. All right, I've got probably 1,000 of these made up right now. This is only one of 3 bend and dizzies, and that is very hard for me to answer, because the answer to the question is this: if it's it's a bottle cap. So if you can think of the color of a brand, I have it. There is tons and tons of colors. You name it, I got it. So, sorry, Bill. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's still sitting here. Yep. He wanted to get a discount today, and I couldn't do it. Oh, I bet, True Course. Yeah, I'm looking forward to using them. I think those Maki plastics are going to be great. That's true, but what I like to do, Scott, is we always, especially when it gets real cold, we got snow. I always just toss snow in my hole. It takes a long time for that snow to actually freeze up, so that snow works to keep your hole thawed out. Plus, a lot of the lakes I fish that are clear, I like to have snow in my hole anyway, so the fish aren't seeing stuff. Oh shoot, that sucks, Luke. I got rid of all my stuff last night, lake effect stuff, man. I still have one rod. I think I'm gonna auction that other rod off on Christmas. So yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I was gonna hold on to it, but hey there, Brian. The eye of a rock bass. Oh geez. Yeah, snow in the hole. Yep, that's something I've been doing for years, Scott, and it's great. That snow, I learned about it because the wind kept blowing snow in my hole, from those windy days, and I always noticed that when the wind did that, my holes wouldn't freeze. They would cake up, but that line was always pliable. It could always move in and out in that hole, so it was always great. Nope, it's not, Bill. It's not as light action. It is the one that I used last year for walleye. Yeah, it's the one that's not ultralight. It's a light action. So, hey there, Jack. How you doing, buddy? But I wanted to show you guys. I have literally hundreds of different cap patterns. Everybody's been asking what I have for cap colors, and like I said, it's hard for me to explain because I quite literally have everything. So if anybody wants these drunken dizzies, just tell me, give me an idea of a color that you may want. And I'm sure that I have it. I even have some specials. I've got some random special caps here and there that you just never know of that I could pull out and you might get lucky with. I've got one with an American flag. So you just never know. But I've got just seriously every color, which is awesome. That's what I like about these caps, is the color variations are endless. You can have, whatever color you want, you can find in a bottle cap. You've got all your chromes, your golds, bright greens, a lot of oranges. There's just a ton. Hey there, Swamp Pick. Oh, you're going to love it, man. You're going to love it. These things, they got good rattles in them. All of them. I make sure I test every one of them. I rattle the heck out of them. So these are going to be great, though. They're going to be really great. Yeah, the foam. I tried that last year, Luke. I did try that. The foam thing, it got annoying to me, and my foam ended up, because I somehow got water on the bottom of the foam and it froze down, and then it ripped all the pieces when I tried to get it back up. But yeah, the snow is it's a game changer. It will freeze up after a while, but it takes an awful long time. So give snow a chance, and you're really gonna like that. But yeah, if anybody wants, you can't beat these prices either for jigging spoons. You look at the price of a jigging spoon nowadays, and you're looking at like minimum of $5. I mean, jigging spoons are very expensive. So, you get these ones that I make here, they're only $2, They got rattles. They got blood red hooks. You throw, hey there, Rich. You throw a minnow head or a waxworm on these. They catch panfish. You can watch my videos from, I think it was 3 years ago. You could watch all those old classic ice fishing videos, and you will see how many fish that I have caught. I've caught everything on them. They work. I specifically fish these for panfish. My drunken dizzies are great. You throw a waxworm on here and you will catch everything. Yeah, the Oberon ones are great. I do have Oberon in here. They're a good color. Foam snow. This is one that I got this year too. These are Kona, which is a cool color. This is more like it's kind of like a orange. I don't know. It's a weird color, but Kona's out of Hawaii. Like, I've got caps from all over the place, guys. It's pretty cool. But this is a Hawaii brand, and they've got a real pretty pink. They've just got some cool colors. So again, you guys, all you got to do is tell me if you ever want any kind of color of your drunken dizzies. This is one of 3 bins. I've got probably at least 1,000 drunken dizzies ready to go right now. So you guys just tell me what color you want, and I'm sure I have it. It's going to be a fun season. This coming Monday, Tawas Lake. It's possible. I think the wind is what's going to mess us up because, it's got those springs, so it takes a while. Tawas Lake always takes a little longer than a lot of the places up here, which is odd because it's shallow, but it's because of that. It's because it's so shallow that it warms up fast in the daytimes, and also because of all those springs that are everywhere. I will always say yes to caps, Jack. I have, I wouldn't doubt if I had 50,000 caps in this house. That bin that I just showed you, I've got at least 20 of those bins full of caps, but I will never say no to caps. If anybody ever has caps that they feel like sending me, I'm happy to take them. So I've never, I hate the fact that I quit drinking, Brian, because I've never had any Kona. I do love the caps, though. I'm sure Kona's amazing. Yep, I had never heard of it, but I've got I think 3 different colors of the Kona cap, and they're going to be really good. I tried getting a hold of Kona just to see if they would sell me a bunch of their caps. I was going to buy them because their colors are just awesome. They're perfect. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but yeah, Kona, their company's great. I think that's really cool. But I have a mix of everything, you guys, so any color you might want. And then again, I have 4 different colors of the perch harnesses. You can get chrome, chartreuse, orange, and white. You've got those to select from. I do have a few golds, not a whole lot, but I do have some golds. So if anybody orders some golds, I think I've got a dozen, maybe 2 dozen golds tied up. I just don't have enough where I'm advertising them. But if anybody wants a gold perch rig, I have them. Also chartreuse, chrome, and orange for the pike rigs. These are going to be great. I can't wait to see what all you guys catch on these this year. It's going to be epic. Oh, that's okay, Robert. Anytime you get a chance, man, it'll be I highly appreciated. Yep. Yeah, it takes a while, Scott. Absolutely. Cool. Thanks, Brian. I hope it's not true course because it doesn't show it on my end. I do want to show this one more time, guys. This is a neat little jig. This is by Dave Gens. It's a caviar jig. I mean, look at that. It looks like a little ball of spawn. It's supposed to be a tiny spawn sack, but it's the size of an egg. I think it's going to be incredible this year for steelhead. You could float these under a bobber if you wanted, but this is going to be a killer rig. And Dave Gens, I trust anything that he comes out with because, he's the godfather of the ice fishing revolution. So And he came out with these cool drop jigs too, which are nice. So yeah, these drop kick swirl jigs made by Clam. No, I haven't tried, Luke. You know, when I was a kid, this takes me back. When I was a kid, I fished hot dogs and cheese. My mom and dad would always cut up hot dogs and cheese for me, and I caught a lot of big bluegills and stuff on them, but nope, never. I don't think I could seriously do it I'm sure it's possible, but I'm not gonna, I don't want to waste a day trying it when I know I can catch them. I know I can catch them on other stuff. So I'd rather actually catch them, Hey there, Jason. Yeah, they make all those bead rigs, which I think are cool, but this one's actually weighted. It's weighted. It's not just a bead. This here, I can't remember how much it was. I know it's really light, but I could feel the weight. It feels like I'm holding a sinker. It's a 1/20th ounce caviar drop. It's tungsten. That's why it feels heavy. This is tungsten. So it's a tungsten egg lure. This is going to be great. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys know how much I love to target steelhead. I'll be targeting Atlantics this year through the ice. This right here is going to be insane. I cannot wait to have the footage out there for you guys. Hey there, Brandon. Yeah, I figured I wanted to hop on here and just show you guys the new tackle that I got today in the mail, because I've got some really cool stuff. Yeah, it does. Yep, it looked like that's what got me into it. It's kind of like the Euro tackle. It's got a little drop at the end. I like the shape. I like the shape of these things, man. I don't know why. It reminds me of candy. It reminds me of like a piece of candy. Yep, you got it right, True Course. Well, I can't say where. I mean, if I did that, shoot, I might as well just drag everybody out there for a meet and greet. I can't do that. The product, this one here, this is made by Clam, same as that caviar jig, the tungsten egg. That is also Clam. They're Dave Jens edition. If you go to clam.com, that's where I went. I ordered all this stuff new from Clam, as well as this. Check this out. This is going to be a killer. I love the colors on this. I love the shape. This is just going to be a really good one. Well, they planted them. You got to figure they planted them in the Asable River. They have a big run of them every year in the river. So if they're in the river, they're in Lake Huron. If they're in Lake Huron, there's always ways to find them. So, hey, thanks, Woodswoman. I appreciate that. Hey there, Snappy. How you doing, Ross? Good to see you too, man. I just hopped on for a short bit. I wanted to show everybody the cool stuff here. No, I don't swamp pick. Nope. I have before, but I've never caught a fish in there, so it's not nothing I focus on. But I wanted to show off these Dave Gens lures that I bought today. These are really cool. They're going to work great. That was the main reason I hopped on. Also, I've got these Maki Plastics minnow heads. These are going to be really good. 5 miles from, that'll be good. Heck yeah, you're going to catch a lot of fish there. That's going to be fun. Well, I'm going to hop off of here, guys. I hope you guys have a great week. And again, I just wanted to hop on so you guys could see all these great new products I got. It's going to be a lot of fun. Ice is building up for any of you that are looking for ice reports. It's not going to be long. It's not going to be long at all. So I would say next week, with the temps we got going up north here, we should have a lot of good places to fish next week that are safe. So I'll keep you guys open on what's going on with the ice reports. And again, thanks, guys. I appreciate everybody hopping on here. You're welcome, Robert. Thanks. Yeah, it ain't going to be long, Luke. I hope you guys have a great night. Hey, thanks, Snappy. Yeah, make sure you watch this. I got some great stuff on here, guys. Have a good night, guys.